The SWOSU Lady Bulldogs are Great American Conference champions for the second time in the last 3 years, and we're visiting here on SWOSUathletics.com with the head coach of the SWOSU Lady Bulldogs, Kelsi Musick. Coach, obviously right after the moment yesterday, we got to talk to you a lot, but what's the most impressive thing about that win as everything's kind of settled in on you over the last 24 hours or so?
Again, the resiliency of my team. I mean, to be down 11, 12 points when everyone, I think at that point, probably counted us out. They probably thought Harding was just going to take the charge and not let up and not let us back in it. And for my team to hold them scoreless for, close to, I mean, it was over 6 minutes to hold them scoreless, such a powerful team, was just phenomenal on our part, I mean, if you match us up man for man, then we're a little bit outmatched as far as size and things, but my kids had the heart and guts. I think one of the highlights was Jamie Cohen's charge. We saw a picture earlier of her right after that charge, and the other 4 players on the floor at that time just were trying to pick her up, and that's just phenomenal, because those are the little things that go unnoticed that I think are huge things that help win ball games.
Absolutely, and she had the game-time bucket as well. And then Michelle Fisher with the go-ahead basket, several key plays down the stretch. Like you said, Kylie Bogus making up for a couple missed free throws the day before with making a few down the stretch there. But like you said, stop after stop after stop there. A great team defense down the stretch by your team.
Absolutely. I thought they keyed in. They focused on what needed to happen. I kept telling them, you got to just get 3 stops. You have to get 3 stops right here. We have to have 3 buckets. Now the game's at a different angle, different level for us. And they really took it to heart, and they zeroed in and they zoned in as far as playing together as a unit and getting that job done.
I don't remember many big comebacks by your team this year. It just hasn't been a year where you've seen your team come back from second half deficits. We've talked a little bit about what made it different, maybe the stops or whatever, but did you get worried at all when your team was down by 13?
I just think that yesterday I had a confidence about them. I could just see a different look in their eyes. I could see a different feeling on their faces. It wasn't a fear. It wasn't a, oh, can we do this? They had the confidence yesterday, and obviously I knew that we could win if we played well. I firmly had believed that all along, and I don't know that very many other people believe that, but I know that within our inner circle we did, and I think that as a unit we all came together and put forth our best foot.
Well, absolutely magical stuff, and now SWOSU with that win, 19-10, enter the national tournament, the D2 national tournament and the Central Regional. You get to go to Searcy, which is a place you're familiar with, and you play Emporia State, which is a team you're not familiar with at all, and they're not familiar with you. And you, after the game, kind of said, hey, maybe that's good for us. Tell us why.
I just think that someone that doesn't have very long to scout us is to our benefit. Obviously, we don't have very long to scout them either, but at this time of the season in March, you have to do what you do well and execute and play team defense and rebound. But at the same time, with our style of play, I think it's a better matchup for us than to go against someone like Harding, we've already played 3 times, that's familiar with us and we're familiar with them. To go against someone who's not used to our style of play, who's not used to our speed and the way we put up the 3 ball, I think that could hopefully play to our advantage.
For Emporia, they're a very talented team all around. Obviously, they only have 3 losses with the gauntlet of a schedule that they run through in the MIAA, plus playing a team like West Texas this year. That's pretty impressive. But maybe one of the most impressive things for them is just the job they do on the boards. They outboard their opponents by about 9 per game, and that's something you guys have to focus on as an undersized team. How will you prepare your team for that?
I think that's something is about a lot of heart and guts, and they knew that at the end. I mean, I thought that we gave up some big offensive rebounds yesterday that hurt us a little bit, but we definitely focused it towards the end of the game when we went down that key stretch of where we needed to hold them and we needed to get rebounds. I thought my team focused on that, and they're going to understand come Friday. We're going to prepare them all week for that fact that if we don't rebound, we won't win. I mean, and that's the bottom line. If we can't get boards, and we just give them multiple opportunities to score, we're not going to be able to beat the top-ranked team. Well,
your team showed their heart, showed their guts yesterday. How much more confidence does that give you going into another situation where you're going to be by most considered to be a big underdog?
I think it gives us great confidence. You know, we just went and upset a #1 seed. We just upset the #2 team in the nation, and we get that opportunity to do that again come Friday. You know, Emporia was the 8th seed last year and upset Washburn, and so we're the 8th seed this year, and we'd love nothing more than to give an upset to Emporia.
Absolutely. At noon on Friday, that's the first game of the regional there in Searcy, Arkansas. And again, it's being hosted by Harding, so a place that SWOSU is familiar with. Is that nice to go to a place that your girls have been? Now it'll be the 4th time over the last 3 years that you get to go to Harding?
Yeah, I think so. I think that it's just we're a little bit more comfortable. We know
Yeah.
kind of where the hotels are, where the restaurants are. We've been in the gym multiple times. We could, you know, it's not going to be unfamiliar to us. So I think that kind of gives us, you know, maybe it'll give us an advantage. But at the same time, it's just a little bit more comfortable, I believe.
Well, and you can probably, you know, dangle that little McAllister's piece out in front of them and say, hey, if you get this win,
Hey, my kids
then
will,
we go to McAllister's.
they'll rebound for food. That's
Hey,
what I'll do. I'll be
absolutely.
like, where do you want to eat? They love to eat. But I also think it's nice because we're playing at another Great American Conference school is hosting, and I feel like the Harding faithful will come out and support us. While we're not playing Harding, obviously. And I think that's nice because I think that's one great thing about our conference is it's real supportive of each other. And obviously, we wish Harding the best, and I think that their fans will come out and support us, which will probably give us a little bit more momentum.
Absolutely, and of course, hope to have a Monday matchup with Harding again. That would be a lot of fun.
That would be awesome.
Absolutely. Coach Musick, congratulations again. Thanks so much for your time.
Thank you.
That's Kelsi Musick of the SWOSU Lady Bulldog basketball team. Again, Friday at noon, SWOSU taking on Emporia State in the first round of the Central Regional. John Liddle for SWOSUathletics.com.